Hello, welcome back to the Bar Gym Reviews. Today, do you want to know what the hottest gym equipment for 2025 is going to be? Well, today I'm going to go over everything post home gym con, from changing rack attachments, premium treadmills and cardio equipment, innovative cable attachments. I'll be breaking out everything that I'm excited for, and quite honestly, if I had the money, I'd buy it today. So, whether you're upgrading your setup, just love geeking out over high quality gym equipment, this list is going to be packed with standout products that I've viewed over the last 2 weeks after Home Gym Con, and just in general, some things that I want personally that I don't have that I'm excited for. I'm just going to highlight a few products. So I'm going to walk you through why each one caught my attention, what it will cost you, or roughly what it'll cost you if they don't have the price out. So let's dive in. All right, so first we're going to kick off with barbells. Now, I already have a decent repertoire here, but I'm really interested in all kinds of different barbells. Specifically, this time I want to talk about axle bars. So I want to talk about Gorilla Strength axle bar. It's a textured knurled axle bar, and I'm just really intrigued by the idea of having a knurled axle bar. It is sitting at about $375, so it's not the cheapest specialty bar, but it's incredibly well made from what I've heard. I love using axle bars for, overhead pressing and my bench variations. You can use it for grip work, which some might say if you have knurling, you're kind of, taking away from the grip strength training. However, having an axle bar does help or make you focus more on stabilizing more than the traditional bar, and it just feels a lot better in the hands, I feel like. So I've used axle bars in the past. I don't have any right now. I do want to give a shout out to Carp's gym. I have seen him interact with the axle bar with the knurling, and that kind of inspired this a little bit, because I could have went a million different ways here. I could have talked about trap bars. There's a million different open trap bars and ones that stand up and ones that have wheels, believe it or not. And I didn't want to go with what everybody else was picking, so I didn't see it too much at Home Gym Con 2025. But it is something that I've seen hit the market in the last year or so that I'm really excited and kind of want to test out, that I put on my wish list here, which is a knurled axle bar. Again, the one I've been looking at is the Gorilla Strength. All right, so next we're going to move into cardio, in the cardio space, because this year manual treadmills seem to make things a little bit interesting, and also we had some new players in the game. So first of all, I do want to talk about Rep Fitness. They had a cardio line come out, or at least teased, like last Home Gym Con, I feel like, or maybe even before that. And they're coming out with a manual treadmill that includes kind of a sled push feature. There's no price out there yet, but it does have that dual purpose design that got rid of the air resistance to it. So I've always wanted a manual treadmill, and Rep looks like they're doing things right. So just a quick note, I do have affiliate cardio stuff with the Usuda, but I also do have a link with Rep. So if you are going to buy anything in the future, maybe their manual treadmill or their other cardio equipment, then please use that. No extra cost to you. Really helps the channel out. Another thing that I also have an affiliate link with that I want to go over is Bells of Steel. Bells of Steel has, they have the stepper, they have the Dreadmill. I really like the idea of the Dreadmill. It does sit at about $2,300. And let me tell you, that thing looks crazy, right? Multifunctional, looks heavy. So I think that the cardio space is changing, and kind of changing for people that want to use multiple different training methods, right? So when it comes to the Dreadmill, that means you can walk, run, sprint, push. You can even do some crazy bench pressing off the ends and do farmer carries, and there's just a total laundry list of things that you can do with that Bells of Steel Dreadmill. And they also have other cardio equipment that's coming out. So cardio, I know I don't look like I do it much, but it is something I'm super excited about in 2025. Specifically, Rep and Bells of Steel seem like they're doing some nice cardio lineup upgrades. So again, I have affiliates for both of those companies. If you're going to buy it anyways, you might as well help us out here. So the big bonus to those as well that I love, especially for me here in a basement space, is For me, where I currently have my cardio equipment is like right in the middle of my basement. So it's not near a plug. And what I've kind of done is I've kind of MacGyvered some stuff. I'm not sure if it's against code or not, but I've MacGyvered some, extension cords over my ductwork and over some stuff. And then I've dropped them down next to some of my support beams. And then I've plugged in my treadmill and my elliptical from Yasuda here. Shameless plug, also affiliate link, um, to power things. And the bells of steel, manual treadmill, dreadmill, and the rep um, manual treadmill. So anytime you have a manual treadmill, you don't need that electricity. You might need a battery for the display, but you don't need electricity. So that is a huge bonus. And truly, I think that after Home Gym Con 2025, there was a lot of cardio pieces that I'm really looking forward to. Sounds like Rex coming out with it in quarter 4. I really, really want to see where that price point is, especially next to companies like Assault Fitness, right? So, really excited for the cardio pieces that are coming up in 2025. So let me know, is there anything that you're really excited for cardio? Do you even do cardio, right? I know it doesn't look like I do, but I promise I do. So, all right, so let's talk about rack attachments. Rack attachments are where the home gym can really shine. So this is where our creativity comes out. And I have 2 things that are really stood out to me and things I just honestly want to try. So first is going to be the Rep Smith machine. There's no price on there yet, but it does fully integrate with their PR 4000 and 5000 series. And that's a big deal for anyone that's training solo. And it adds that added layer of safety, machine style training to your rack without sacrificing space. I do really hope that this comes out and will fit my Rogue RM6 or anything that has that 3x3 1-inch hole and 5/8 inch hole measurement. So I'm really hoping that that's going to be a thing. Now, there's other great things out there as far as Smith machines, but that one just kind of caught my eye. Then next, it's the Get RX Tornado arms, priced at $350. These are some of the most versatile arms on the market, and they're really, really catching fire. So they free squealy, they allow you to perform pressing variation rows and stimulate jam your arms in a way and different widths when it comes to functional trainer kind of setups. So what sets them apart is that ability to be very versatile, right? So tornado arms feel like they're really athletic and adaptable, and they kind of can turn your rack into a really dynamic multi-directional training station. I think overall it can be just a really, really smart investment, especially if you're a person that's thinking about like, man, am I going to like how cable flies feel? Am I going to be wide enough? Or maybe I want to be more narrow. And you really don't have to think about that with the tornado arms because you can really adjust those any way that you want with all the axes of direction that they can go. So overall, the rep attachment when it comes to Smith machines, it's a big craze right now. Everybody wants a Smith machine. I don't personally know how much I love Smith machines. I kind of used it when I was at a commercial gym. However, if people are calling for it, I'll review it. I would love to get my hands on the Rep Smith machine when that comes out. And then the tornado arms, those things just seem like they're catching fire. It seems like every home gym person on the internet, on YouTube, that's all they want to talk about. So they're both exciting products, and I really want to get my hands on either one of those. So again, do you think either one is worth it? Which one would you rather have? Are you going to succumb to the craze of Smith machines in the home gym? I'm still kind of on the fence here, so let me know in the comments. All right, so again, 2 really exciting products for rack attachments. All right, so one of the most exciting trends this year is the rise of the full-size leg extension leg curl machines specifically made for home gyms. This movement is essential if you're building a serious gym with seriously strong quads and hamstrings. So I have the Titan Fitness leg extension leg curl, the plate loaded version, and while squats, deadlifts are foundational, they don't isolate as well as those machines do. So you get a consistent tension, better control, reduced joint stress, making them perfect for hypertrophy training, warm-ups, and even rehab sometimes. So I'm really excited There's a bunch of products here, a ton to choose from. I've watched way too many videos on leg extension, leg curls, especially since I already own one. So I'm gonna start first with Temple of Gains. Temple of Gains, up and coming company here. Seems like they have a very sleek, well organized, and well engineered unit priced at about $2,400 that transitions you between leg curl, leg extension, which they both have a seated and laying leg curl, which is awesome for versatility. And people really swear by one or the other sometimes, right? Another one that maybe a surprise to some here, especially for quality, is Titan Fitness. They have their own version around $2,900, and it looks like an absolute tank, overbuilt in a good way. It offers the full range of motion, and it seems like it's a little bit bulkier than some of the other ones, but it also looks like and sounds like, from most of my home gym people that were at Home Gym Con 2025, that one might be the smoothest and best feeling, especially at the bottom of the motion. Next, another one that I just got to get my Rogue fanboy out. Rogue brought a leg extension, leg curl, and I heard it wasn't good. So now, with this being said, why am I excited? I think Rogue brought it for a reason. They wanted to feel out all the imperfections, and they really, really seemed like they took a lot of feedback on that, and I think that's going to be good for the long run. Expect it out in 2028. So these are premium machines, no doubt. But if you're looking to bring true isolation work into the home gym and reclaim that feel of the commercial leg day, this is a really, really strong step in the right direction for the home gym community. And I'm truly excited about what Temple of Gains is doing, but also excited that, one of the Titans here, literally in Titan Fitness, is starting to gain maybe a reputation that their quality is going to be really high here. So I'm really excited. Please let me know, especially those of you that actually got to go to Home Gym Con 2025, which leg extension, leg curl was the best one, specifically the selectorized versions. Because whether my wife knows it or not, the selectorized version is going to make its way here eventually. And I'm really excited about those two products. But is there anything else, or those three products, are there anything else, though, leg extension, leg curl, that you feel like is better, especially from the selectorized category? All right. So now maybe you don't have the space or the budget for a standalone machine when it comes to leg extension, leg curls. So the good news here is there was also a lot of innovation in companies creating bench-based leg curl extension attachments to bring the same functionality with a much smaller package or a lot less room taken up, right? So I do want to talk about two specific ones. So if you're tight on space, or you want multi-purpose gear or something you can put away and you don't want it out there all the time taking up all of your floor space, one of the things that you can look into, which I think is probably going to win, like home gym, piece of equipment of the year. I don't know if there's an award for that, but that's going to be the dialed motion the leg extension, leg curl. So dial motion is pushing the envelope here. Really don't have any pricing out yet. It looks like it's a straight up prototype, but the engineering truly looks elite on this. So they're building attachments that plug right into your existing bench. It feels like the mechanics, looking at all the videos, everybody loved it, especially with the retractable pulley cable. So based on what I've seen so far, the dialed in motion could honestly be product of the year when it comes to execution, as long as the final product is as good as the prototype. Okay. Next, similar product here, but specifically for their own line, and that's going to be Rep Fitness. So Rep Fitness is expanding their bench ecosystem. It's already probably the biggest ecosystem in home gym equipment, but they're working on attachments that add a leg curl, leg extension capability with their bench that can also hook up to a cable machine or cable system. So it can hook up to their Aries system, their Aries 2.0 system, or maybe their Rep Arcadia. By the way, I have a video on the Rep Arcadia, and I also have an affiliate link for Rep, so don't forget. So no pricing is confirmed yet, but Rep consistently seems to be a high-quality product or a high-quality brand with reasonable pricing. So I think this could be a huge jump or a big leap for modular home gym builds. So now these options are going to be ideal for the people that want to make more with less, right? So they don't want to sacrifice the full corner of their gym, and they want to train their quads and hamstrings effectively and isolate them, especially for hypertrophy, without taking up all that floor space. So again, I do have that affiliate link for Rep, helps the channel. But let me know, is Dialed in Motion, is that going to be the home gym product of the year? Is Rep going to be competing against Dialed Motion for this, right? Or is Dialed Motion way leagues ahead of them? So let me know. Are we getting steps closer to working smarter and being more space efficient in home gym? All right, so next, I know what you're going to say here, but we're going to stay on the leg train, and we're going to stay with Temple of Gains, quad send, combo leg press, and hack squat. So this all-in-one machine looks like an absolute beast. So most home gyms don't have the footprint for a leg press or a hack squat. This one at least has both, right? So the dual setup is a huge win. And honestly, the hype just seems kind of unreal. So looks like the movement looks pretty smooth, and you can kind of switch pretty quickly between the hack squat and the leg squat or leg press. And it looks like it's got a premium finish. Again, Temple of Gains doing great things here. So the price hasn't officially been published. So I've seen everything from like $2,400 to like $4,000 or $5,000. So this is definitely going to be an investment piece regardless. But if you're serious about your leg training and you want something that's maybe a little bit safer or a little bit more isolated than a barbell, seems like this is going to be one that delivers on that and also gets us as close as we can to a commercial gym piece. So I think Temple of Gains really has the home gym community in mind here, and they're trying to bring those commercial pieces to our homes and in our basements, in our garages, or wherever you have your home gym. So Temple of Gains, again, they have some great products over there. I'm really excited to see what price point do we fall on with the quad send here. So if you tried it out at Home Gym Con 2025, please let me know. Was it as smooth? It looks like the range of motion looked amazing. Was it as smooth as everybody has been saying? So please leave a comment if you were there at Home Gym Con 2025. All right, so let's wrap up with small fabricators. I love my small fabricators. I love Mutant Metals. I love Darko. I love JD Equipped. I love seeing all those guys succeed. So for Home Gym Con 2025, I was really excited to hear about the Rev Bar by Porter Phys Ed Fitness. So as one teacher for another here, I'm really excited about the application of a Rev Bar. So this is a premium rotating handle attachment. It's priced at about $250 right now. Looks like they were doing their pre-order. Sounds like they hit their pre-order mark of $250. But it's not your typical cable attachment bar. It's honestly not even close when it comes to feel and function, it sounds like. So you get knurled, spinning grips. It seems like it was excellently balanced based on everybody that I've seen at Home Gym Con and people that I've talked to in the community. And I think it's going to be really great for that extra leap for when it comes to triceps and curls. And it seems like a really smooth really smooth attachment for, lat pullovers. So small batch brands like this are exactly why I love covering home gym equipment. The craftsmanship, the artistry of it, it's just better than the mass production, and it shows, right? So if there was one piece of equipment that instantly I feel like is going to improve my cable work, it's probably going to be the Rev Bar. So again, this is a product that was pre-ordered, started Home Gym Con 2025. Unfortunately, it's not in the budget for me right now. It's going to happen, though. It's going to happen, I promise. But it's an incredible piece of equipment. And honestly, when it comes to Home Gym Con 2025, I'm so upset I couldn't be there. I had a great reason, obviously. But when it comes to small fabricators, I just really enjoy a lot of the stories. And honestly, it just seems like the quality of the product is super, super high because, there's maybe that love put into it or whatever that is, right? So, again, all the different small fabricators. Porter, you're doing a great job. Looks like you got some great pieces already. But I'm really excited for that Rev Bar. So hopefully I can get my hands onto that soon. All right, so to summarize here, that's everything I'm most excited for when it comes to the 2025 equipment so far, sitting about halfway through the year. So, from elite rack attachments to treadmills, cable attachments, small fabricators, the list just represents where home gym gear is going. I'm really excited for the future, right? So, if you saw something that caught your eye, please, again, check out those affiliates in the description, whether it's Rep, Bells of Steel, or any other brand that I've mentioned or haven't mentioned, right? They just really support us here at the Bar Gym Reviews. And again, still going to bring you those honest, in-depth reviews. I got a few coming up here soon that I'm really excited for. So I'd love to hear what gym equipment, what is the stuff that you are excited for in 2025 and beyond? Um, or what do you think I should test next? So drop your thoughts in the comments. And again, if you can't hit the affiliates, hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Those things are all free. They really do help the channel. So don't miss the next one. And make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell. So thanks for watching, as always, and we'll see you guys next time.